we closed with chapter 4, and we did 2/3 of chapter 4. And today we're going to close out chapter 4 by doing the remaining 1/3 of chapter 4. And that's a subtitle here. It's talking about you have to be able to handle the truth. You know, the whole chapter topic for chapter 4 is say what you mean what you say. And we're tied that to let your yes be your yes, let your no be your no, be truthful to yourself, and all of that stuff we've discussed. And closing this chapter is the fact that you have to be able to handle the truth. Not everybody can handle the truth, right? Your ability to handle the truth or not is a function of your maturity. Do you have it in you to be able to handle the truth? Can you face up to yourself, right? Can you face up to yourself? Right. That's what tells whether you're matured or not. A lot of people run from the truth. They run from the mirror. They tell themselves something else. They're saying something in the mirror, but they refuse to accept it. They refuse to work in it and go about life carrying a false idea, a false mentality, and therefore needing some substance to help them. You know, people get into alcohol, drugs, and drugs can come in different ways. For some, drugs is food. For some, drugs is just association, looking for someone to love them because they don't love themselves. They feel that they have to pay the price for someone to love them. Some is just getting busy about getting busy. They're getting busy about getting busy, not necessarily achieving anything, but they're just doing it because that's their own drug. Right. So drugs come in different ways, alcohol, food, activity, and all of them won't help you. It won't help you. It's running away from the truth. You got to face the truth of life and do what it takes to do what the medicine or what it's calling for, or what its food is to get you past it. That's important. All right. I've done a lot of my pitch talk. Let's say, Bethany normally does a summary, and I think there is a summary for us in this part here, and she calls it the beast mat. Let's see if we can do that before I bring up my slide. So it talks about discretion is a better part of valor, and this on page 74 of the book. And it says, being honest and transparent does not mean spilling your guts and revealing private matters in the public 24/7. When we talk about being honest, we're not talking about the fact that you should be stupid, right? You need to be able to know what, who, and where deserves what, right? So you being honest is not being stupid. Being honest is not being egocentric. Right? Some people feel, I am honest, so you just talk to people anyhow. Oh, I am honest, you abuse people. I'm telling them the truth. You look ugly. That's a place for discretion, right? We're not animals, right? We're not animals, right? There's a place for judgment. There's a place for discretion, right? Bethany goes on and talks about the fact that she's a private person, and she knows what she spills, where she spills it. That's pretty much, the summary of this takeaway she has for us here. Talking about discretion is the better part. This is kind of selfish for me. It's my opportunity and my excuse to be able to read. I have so many books, more books than I've read, and I'm able to read within my time space. This kind of keeps me disciplined because there's a book club, I have to read it because I need to spend this time, to share it with you. And I need to read for all the things that I do, right? I am a life coach, I'm a teacher, I'm a pastor. I do all of those things. Why? And for me to remain sellable, for me to be able to be a blessing to other people, I need to be able to know more than they know. I mean, if I come here and talk to you and I'm just telling you what you already know, it's going to be boring, right? You only spend your time, give your time for something that will increase you, make it better. So if I'm not better, if I don't have something to give to you, then this will be a waste of your time. right? So I have to make sure I have something to give, something to better your lot, because that's the only thing, that's the only reason I should have this open. Otherwise, I'm doing this to waste my time and your time, right? But if I have something to give, hopefully you come and you get blessed. And also I come and I get blessed. Like I say, I'm the first listener to everything I say. All right. Everything I say, I listen to it first before any other person. So there's also selfish opportunity in that wise, because I'm talking to myself, right? I'm hopefully getting my own life better, Anyway, so get that. All righty. So going into the meat of what we have to share is pretty much the third party just focuses on the part that you have to be able to handle the truth, right? You have to be able to handle the truth. I mean, summary, you have to be matured, right? If you can handle the truth, you're not matured, right? Maturity is the ability to handle the truth. My mentor, Jim Rohn, puts it this way. He says that maturity is being able to handle the harvest. The harvest is the truth, right? When the harvest time comes, your ability to handle the harvest, the result of all your activities before then, it determines whether you're matured or not. And it doesn't matter what the result is, the ability to handle it shows your maturity or the lack thereof, right? If it's bountiful, yeah, time to rejoice. There's no trying to be religious and sanctimonious. So listen, it's your rights to rejoice over the bountiful harvest that you have, because you did the right things to produce that bountiful harvest, right? There's nothing wrong with rejoicing and patting yourself on the back and putting together what you've learned so you can do more of it, right? But if your harvest is poor, it's not something to be ashamed of. In a sense, it's not something to be ashamed of. That's not the end of life. It's something to accept. Yes, I got a bad harvest. Why? What were the things I did that I should not have done? What were the things I did not do that I should have done? Take lessons learned, and you do better in the next farming season, right? And get better. And that's very relatable for me, what we do, because I have a farm. I'm a farmer, right? And we've done 1.5 years of farming. Started buying farmland here in March 2021, right? So we did March, the 21 being our first year, still trying to come in the rise of it. Last year was our first full year, right? And we did some things right. We did some things wrong. We had so much harvest. We had so much sales, right? But we're not there yet. So this is going to be our second full farming season. And we're hoping to get an astronomical growth, right? Because there's no reason why we should not. That's a positioning of our heart. That's a positioning of our heart. So our ability to accept the truth of what we did last year, the fact that we did not make anything compared to what we invested, what we did in 2021, the fact that we did not make as much compared to what we invested, and our ability to use those lessons learned in this year to be able to catch up, hopefully make such or returns that will make our seeming failures in 2021 and 2022 nothing. It will overwhelm it. So we can't do anything about 2021. We can't cry over spilled milk. We can't do anything about 2022. We can't cry over spilled milk, but we can learn from it. We can learn from them and do a better job this year. You can go back and correct your past, but you can start today and make a great future, right?